This is the Appalachia Daily update for Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. Thanks for spending a few minutes to get caught up on what's happening across our corner of the mountains. Today we're talking about changes in Cherokee County government, a 3-hour standoff in Marble that ended without anyone getting hurt, a regional security hiring push, and holiday events from Hayesville and Hiawassee to Blue Ridge and Blairsville. We'll also touch on how all of this fits together for folks who live, work, and travel across the counties we share. Let's start with a quick look at the weather so you can plan the day. Across Cherokee, Clay, and Graham counties in North Carolina and over into Fannin, Union, Towns, and the Copper Basin, we're in a classic early winter pattern. Daytime highs sit in the upper 40s to low 50s with a mix of sun and clouds. Overnight lows dip below freezing in most spots, especially in the valleys and along the ridges. There are no big winter storms or severe weather alerts pointed straight at us right now. The main thing to watch is black ice on shaded back roads and bridges late at night and early in the morning. If you're driving before sunrise or after dark, give yourself a little extra time and a little extra space on those curves. Now, let's talk about county leadership in Cherokee County. A sitting Cherokee County commissioner has told the local paper he won't run for another term. He's been open about his frustration with the current board and says he feels like he just cannot get anything done in the environment he's working in. For people who live in Murphy, Marble, Andrews, and the rural communities around them, that decision matters. When a commissioner steps aside, it guarantees at least one open seat in the next election cycle. Open seats often draw more candidates and more ideas. That can change the tone of the race, and it can change the way the board works in the long run. Those commissioners decide how county money is spent, what moves forward, and how responsive county services feel when you call for help. Over the next few months, we will keep an eye on who files for that seat and what they are saying about schools, roads, public safety, and growth. For now, the important thing to know is that the board is in a period of change, and there'll be at least one new face on that dais. From the boardroom, let us move over to Marble and a public safety story that could have ended very differently. Earlier this month, deputies went to a home on L.J. Moss Lane in the Marble community to serve a felony larceny warrant on a man named Levi Charles Moss. According to the sheriff's office, they reached him by phone and heard what sounded like a shotgun being loaded. As more officers arrived, they say Moss paced back and forth inside the house, carrying what appeared to be a gun, and started covering the windows with blankets so they couldn't see in. Deputies kept calling out, asking him to put the firearm away and come out with his hands visible. At one point, Moss tried to sneak out a rear window where 2 officers were already positioned. A taser was used but didn't stop him, and deputies say he climbed back inside and fired 3 shots from what they believe was a pistol. The standoff stretched to about 3 hours before deputies were finally able to take him into custody. The best news in all of this is that no officers were hurt and no neighbors were injured. Moss now faces a long list of charges, including felony larceny, possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia, multiple counts of assault on a law enforcement officer with a firearm, and assault with a deadly weapon. He's being held on a high-secured bond at the Cherokee County Detention Center. For folks anywhere in our listening area, from Cherokee County over into Fannin and Union, it's a reminder that what starts as a warrant service can turn dangerous very quickly. If you ever see a large law enforcement presence in your neighborhood, the safest thing you can do is follow directions, give officers space to work, and resist the urge to crowd around or film up close. The faster they can resolve it, the safer everyone is. Let's shift gears and talk about work and opportunity that could affect people across several counties. Walden Security's holding a hiring event in Murphy, recruiting for security officer roles and related positions. Listings point to hourly pay in the high teens and into the 20s, depending on the assignment and experience. A lot of this work is tied to courthouse and facility security, which can be a steady source of hours even when other jobs feel seasonal. Security work can be a strong fit for local veterans, former law enforcement, or anyone who's steady, observant, and comfortable dealing with the public. If you live in Murphy or Marble, it might be a short drive. If you live in Hayesville, Blue Ridge, or even parts of Blairsville, it may still be within reach for the right schedule. Now let's widen the lens and give some time to Fannin County in Blue Ridge. In Blue Ridge, the Blue Ridge Medical Center Auxiliary is once again lighting up its Love Light tree at the hospital. Families can sponsor lights in honor or in memory of loved ones, and the names behind those bulbs are read and recognized. The money raised helps support hospital projects and patient services, but the heart of the event is the remembrance. For people in Cherokee and Clay counties, Blue Ridge is not that far of a drive. You can make an evening out of it by walking through the downtown lights, grabbing a bite to eat, and swinging by the hospital campus or wherever the tree's visible. The Love Light program is one of those small-town traditions that blends grief, gratitude, and community support into something simple and powerful. Fannin County is also continuing with its usual December mix of downtown shopping, light displays, and, in some years, skating and special events. If you're feeling a little cabin fever in Murphy or Hayesville, Blue Ridge can be a nice change of scenery without committing to a long road trip. Just up the road, Union County deserves some airtime too. In Blairsville, the Union County Community Center hosts the Tour of Trees, where decorated Christmas trees fill the building and visitors can walk through and enjoy the work of local groups, churches, and businesses. It turns a public building into a kind of indoor winter forest, and it's a big draw for families from Union County and from over the state lines. Blairsville's December calendar also includes other events around the square and at the community center, from holiday concerts to small markets and visits with Santa, depending on the day. For listeners in Cherokee and Clay counties, Blairsville's an easy trip that still feels like a getaway. For folks who live in Union County, it's a reminder to take advantage of what is right in your backyard before the season slips by. On the north side of the lake, Hayesville and Hiawassee round out the picture for Clay and Towns counties. In Hayesville, Clay County's Christmas parade and the events around the historic courthouse and the Beal Center give residents another chance to gather on the square, see neighbors, and support local shops. Evening parade times mean lights on floats and storefronts, but they also mean tight parking and some road closures. If you're heading in from Shooting Creek or Warren, a little planning goes a long way. Across the line in Hiawassee, lakeside lights, church programs, and small-town gatherings keep the season going even when there's not a big marquee event on the calendar that night. A slow loop around town and along the lake can be a nice way to end the day, especially if you've family visiting from out of town who want to see the area. The point of all this is balance. On any given night this month, you'll find something within a short drive, whether you live in Murphy, Hayesville, Blue Ridge, Blairsville, Hiawassee, or the Copper Basin. Some events are big and noisy. Others, like the Love Light tree or the Tour of Trees, are quiet and reflective. You get to choose what fits your people best. That's it for this edition of the Appalachia Daily Update. Thanks for listening and for caring about what is happening in Cherokee, Clay, Fannin and Union towns and all the small communities that connect them. Take care of your neighbors and they'll take care of you. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.